Menuni, which one you are using in your hospital? Insult Savati or modified insult Savati, or maybe carton shapes? Which one would you like to see?
I have never tried before.
Okay. No problem. So it's just a measurement. I can show you the tutorial. So you can measure the patella height very fast, just to choose 2 points. So different methods, they are choosing different points. Like this. So it's already finished about this measurement. And then we can measure also patella tilt, sulcus angle, cochlear depth, and there's also a function that you can choose cochlear classification. Would you like to see the measurements, or we can move on to other 3D module? It depends on you. So it's only different measurements. If you don't need for your surgery, we don't need to spend too much time on this module. So depends on your situation. Please let me know. Menuni, what do you think?
Which is best choice should we try?
We have today 3 hours time. So I don't know if you have a lot of operations in shoulder or spine, or you are only specialized in knee and hip. If there's also experts here who want to see the 3D spine and 3D shoulder, I would suggest you to move on. If not, we can stay a little bit longer in the 3D knee. Depends on you.
I think is the hospitals, knee and hip is more common.
Okay. Okay. But you are don't using here. Okay, so I will show you the measurements here. I will show you all the measurements here, and then we are going to move on. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Here's the patella height. I showed you in the video this method in Savati, and there's also 2 different methods. And for the modified insult Savati, you can choose. So you can press the control button on your keyboard and move your wheel here to zoom it. And then you can choose 2 points here. And after that, you can choose here 1 point. And the software will give you the measurement of the patella height here on the bottom. So it's also in the normal value, it's in green, 1.46. After that, you can measure the patellar tilt. It's also very easy in the software. You can just move the cross to the femur part. And then we can find point. And medicad will show you the value here, 10.9 degree. And here is also sulcus angle. I really suggest you to use this cross to navigate, so you can hold your right mouse button and move the cross to the area where you want to do the measurement. After that, you can scroll the slice, choose a point, and measure the sulcus angle. After that, you can measure the trochlear depth. So we put 1 point on the back. The line is already there. Choose the top. As you can see, every measurement is really fast, and the value will be shown in the real time. This trochlear classification wouldn't be used very often, but you can choose a type of this. Here is 122, so it's not 145. In this case, we don't need to choose any type of them. So here's all the functions in the 3D knee. Do you have any questions so far?
In templating, can we put another implant?
If you want to change the implant, you can use here, for example, and go to the function implants here on the top, and you can delete the implant. And then you can add the implant which you need here.
Can we get a customized implant?
Yes. The customized implants is different. I think the customized implant, you have to give the measurements here to the manufacturer, and they can do a individual implant. But let me ask my colleague and to answer you this question also. How to do the individual implant, okay?
Yeah.
And I think you asked about this module, templating. Here is a possibility you don't need to do any measurements. You can just open the 3D knee, and you can go directly to the templating module and add the templating which you want to insert and have a look if it suits the CT. It's also possible. That's a function in templating. Would you like to see the deformity correction? Would you like to see DFO and HTO osteotomy? In the
Yeah, can you show me?
Yes. In this case, we are going to deformity correction. So the first steps are always the same. You are loading the image, start the planning, choose the anatomical side, pathological side, so the back side of the body, and then you can choose the different modules here, okay? And then in this case, we are doing a deformity correction. Here you can go to the osteotomy, and then we have to delete the cases which we did before. We can delete it. And then if you are loading an image and come immediately to this module, you can just choose osteotomy and then DFO HTO. And then you can see you can correct the degree here, medial or lateral. And the values here will be changed. So let us try, for example, 10 degree. And you can see the values will be changed. It's minutes. 触 AP 非目标 natural video. Oh, please pardon me. Here's nothing changed. There's 0, 6, 1. Just choose 3 degree. Oh, yes. And now, oh, please pardon me. I forgot to set the cut. So, set the first point of the cut. Would you like to do a DFO or HTO for these patients? No answer, so I will put DHO. So for use, the software is quite easy. You just put 2 clicks here, and the right circle here on the blue line is the rotation center. Maybe you want to put it here. And after that, you can change the values here, for example, 7 degree. And all the values will be changed here now. You can choose also 3 degree medial. And you can see the MLDFA will change to 86 degree. You can choose lateral, and it will be changed to 81 degree. I think we can choose here 5 degree or 9 degree, maybe 8. So you can play a little bit about it. And you can see the values here. After that, you can click Finish. And the software will do the DFO, or osteotomy. Like this. And you can see the card here. For example, if you want to see the 3D image bigger, you can just click twice, the left mouse button twice, and the image will be bigger, like this. Small bone, you can move it up. And if you click twice again with your left mouse button, you can go back to the overview. So that's it. Do you have any questions?
Okay, I will practice it later.
Okay. Now we can move on to 3D spine if you would like, or you want to practice on your own laptop and I can have a look. It depends on you. You can practice with me together, or I can show you 3D spine now. Please let me know.
I think you show me spine first.
Okay, great. And another function here is you can save the planning. You can save it on your desktop, on your laptop, or you can export your planning back to PACS. So here's this button. If your medicad software is connected with PACS, you can do documentation in the PACS as well. If not, you can save the planning on your desktop and you can load the planning next time. And you can do different plannings and have a compare if you would like. And again, in the 3D knee, you can also do screenshots. Just click on the P button on your keyboard and you can export it as a PDF, print and export. So the function is the same in the 3D hip. And here on the report, you can see your measurements, patient information, surgery information, all the measurement values, and the screenshots which you've taken. You can export it or you can print it as well. Okay, now we're moving to 3D spine. So for the 3D spine, it's also similar as 3D hip and 3D knee. You have the images, demo images here. If you want to search any images, please go here, search, or you can load your image from your PACS system from using the query client. And here you also have the file, the settings, and here is the help. You have the user manual. You can use the team view if you need any support for medicad. And here is the information about the software. And here is also our email address and website. So let's moving on. In the 3D hip, we have also the 2D function. It means we can measure the sagittal balance very fast. So let me have a look. Need an image for the 2D. Here, choose the 2D image and start planning. And for the 2D images, we need a scaling bar or scaling rule. If you don't have any, you can choose magnification factor and change it to 100%, for example. And then you can scale it. After that, you can choose the body side, right side ML, like this image. And then we can continue. So in the 3D spine, we can measure the sagittal balance with the X-ray image. You just need to click on the sagittal balance. And then here is the introduction, how you can measure it. First of all, we're choosing the ventral point on sacrum. And then the dorsal point on sacrum. So the software will show you sacrum slope already. After that, we can choose the first point on the one hip joint. It's not so clear here on the image. So we just have a try. Second hip joint center. Oh, it was not good. It was not the hip joint center. Pardon me. Can reset the step. Here is the hip joint. And the head, second hip joint, like this. And the software will show you the pelvic incidence, PI. After that, we're going up. Move the image, and we're going to C7. And we're choosing 4 points here. And after that, we can choose the middle point. And the software will show you the C7 pump line. After that, We're going to measure the femoral shaft axis like this. And we go back to L1. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Top plate of L1. And the software will show you the lordosis. After that, we can measure the L4. And there will be a value for the lordosis L4 as 1. So that's all. As you can see, it's very fast, and you will have all the values for the sagittal balance. You can group all the values on the left side, just press G on your keyboard, and all the values will be grouped here. Are you using sagittal balance normally with X-ray? The advantage of medicad is that we can do the measurements really fast if it can help you, the function. If not, we are going back to the 3D function, 3D spine. So let me choose the image here, 3D. We can see the image was loaded and we can start planning. So here, again, we can move the mouse to choose the view with the bone, where you can see clearly. And then there's also a lot of sub-modules. You can do the measurements, deformity correction, insert the multiple screws or a single screw. You can automatically or manually insert the cage. Let me begin with the measurements. For example, we can measure the lordosis. The software has automatically function to measure the lordosis, and you can choose from L1 to L5, for example, and you can choose the interim results on or off. So in this case, I choose off. We can measure the lordosis between L1 and L5. After that, the values are there. And we can insert the screws. Are you using the polyaxial or monoaxial screws normally? And which manufacturer are you using? So no answer, so I will continue. I can choose polyaxial, Medtronic, and I can choose, for example, L2 to L4. And I can say I want to put only on the left side, on the right side, or both sides the screws. Insert the screws. And the software will looking for the database in the background. So after that, you can see the screws was chosen. And IOA diameter lines, axial, sagittal, pedicle diameter, will be shown here in the measurements results. You can have a look here. And you can choose every screw to change it, like in the 3D knee or 3D hip. You can choose every screw to change the position and the angles, or you can hide the screws if you don't want to see it. You can hide them like this. So the screws will be not shown anymore. I show it again. Screws will be there again. And after that, you can insert the rods. There's a very good function in the medicad software because you can see the length of the rods here. Just a minute. Here you can see on the left side is 89.5 millimeter, the rod length. And on the right side is 84.71 millimeter. Okay. And in the 3D spine, you can also insert the cage, also do the osteotomy. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay.
Looking forward to solder.
I would like to do 5 minutes break and we can move on with the 3D shoulder. Okay?
Okay.
See you at German time 10:40, around 10:40. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, see you.